Hey guys, Old Guy Gaming here, back again with another MTG Arena video, and tonight we're going to be doing Golgari Food, an interesting little deck that's kind of rising its way up through the current meta now that Oko has kind of rotated his way out, and people are still finding other cool things to do with food tokens. So let's kind of get into the deck. First of all, of course, it's in my two of my favorite colors in all of Magic, being black and green. It has a really cool combination I've loved since it came out, which is the Cauldron Familiar Witch's Oven combo. It finds ways to kind of manipulate with all of the other things that are going on with the food tokens that are generated from this. But in case you aren't familiar, Cauldron Familiar is a 1/1 for 1 black, and whenever it enters the battlefield, each opponent loses a life and you gain a life, and you can sacrifice a food token to bring it back to the battlefield and re-trigger that ability. There are going to be multiple ways to get food tokens out there, so this is really the way that you win the game. This is your basic win condition right here. There are other things that get attached to this to kind of help make sure that you ensure that win, but the Cauldron Familiar and the Witch's Oven combo is the win condition. And again, if you haven't seen it, and who hasn't seen this already at this point, you can sacrifice a creature and you gain a food token. So you quite literally sacrifice the Cauldron Familiar with the Witch's Oven and gain a food token. The food token allows you to facilitate the Cauldron Familiar's ability to come out of the graveyard and back onto the battlefield, rinse and repeat until you win the game. You add fun stuff like Gilded Goose, which can create food tokens, because the more food tokens you have, the more opportunities you have to do that. Also, the more Witch's Ovens you have. Paradise Druids, again, there's a lot of ramp going into this. It's going to be ramping up to some bigger things, which we'll get here in a moment. Trail of Crumbs is one I've not really played with a ton. It is a 2 casting cost enchantment, and whenever it enters the battlefield, it creates a food token, always fun. And when you sacrifice a food token, you pay 1, and if you do, you can look at the top 2 cards of your library, reveal a permanent card from among them, and put it in your hand and put the rest on the bottom. So it allows you to siphon through your deck. I like that. That's a lot of fun. We're also going to run some other cards to kind of help us siphon through the deck here shortly. Midnight Reaper, you're going to be sacrificing the Cauldron Familiar. Might as well draw cards from it every time. It basically balances out, though, because you're going to gain the life, lose a life, gain a life, lose a life, but at least helps you continue to refill your hand. Murderous Rider is there to handle, again, mostly it's there for the destroy creature or planeswalker ability. You're going to be gaining life, so you're not really too worried about the penalty for that one, and then it's kind of nice to have a 2/3 in there. We'll get to the other 2/3 part to this here in a second, because the Thrashing Brontodon is in here as well. This is mostly in the deck because Fires of Invention has become a real annoying deck, and it's becoming quite a bit. I mean, you're seeing a lot of Jeskai Fires out there, and that deck gets relatively shut down if you can blow up Fires of Invention whenever it comes down. So 3/4, and we'll get to the other reasons for this one. 3/4, I've loved this card since it came out in Ixalan. I'm super happy that they reprinted it in M20, because I think it's a staple in most green decks. Because again, it's a 3/4 toughness creature, and it's an answer to something you don't normally have answers to, which are artifacts and enchantments. Massacre Girl. Why not? I've been trying to find a deck to fit her into. She's always kind of on the peripheral of my mind, like, ooh, how cool would it be to run this? She's basically a black board wipe, is really what she is. And there's a lot of cool things that happens with this one, so it's always fun to have this one. I'm looking forward to kind of playing with it. We'll see how it works out with this one. And then Casualty of War, because you're running Golgari colors, you may get, because the deck's a little slow, and its main win conditions are based on 1/1 creature, constantly coming back in, you may bump into situations where you need to get rid of lots of things, and this does all of them. You can destroy 1 or more of the following: artifacts, creatures, enchantments, lands, planeswalkers. I'd go for all of them. If you have those options, just get rid of all of them. I mean, it's a pretty hefty cost, but I mean, 6 mana, it's not that hard to do with all the mana ramp we have in there. Mana base is relatively simple. Castle Locthwain is going to be in there, because who doesn't like drawing cards? 7 swamps, 9 forests, 4 overgrown tombs, and 4 temples of Malady. Malady. I always mispronounce this. I get that in Temple of Epiphany, I think, is the one that I constantly screw up. So let's go play some games with it and see how it does. Golgari Food. I'll do the YouTuber thing. I don't like it, but I'll go ahead and do it anyway. If you do like the video and like the content, like and subscribe. Always helpful to the channel. Do appreciate it. And away we go. Ennui. I think that's how you pronounce that. I like that. Only playing ranked games at this point, because I want to see how this does. Oh, to start off with the Cauldron Familiar, but no black mana. So I do have a method for doing it with the Paradise Druid. Let's go with a green kitty cat. Ooh, is this Knights? This is going to be Knights. Yep. Cool. So let's go with Knights. Not having any black mana is a little concerning, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, no, I'm just going to let you have that, by the way. if you decide to attack. Nope, no interest whatsoever. My suspicion is he's got like a shock in his hand. He's going to try to get rid of the Paradise Druid, which could be really dangerous if we just... I mean, once we get it down. Once we get down Cauldron Familiar, we'll be okay. It's just... Oh, I really wish I didn't have to contend that with that. Yeah, let's get Cauldron Familiar down while we can. Let's drop the Thrashing Brontodon while we can, so we have a nice little blocker for all of his scary knights that are going to come down, and we'll go from there. So he doesn't have the black mana to actually use the Knight of the Bound Legion's ability, which is fun. Bone Crusher Giant. Where's that going? Oh, it's just going straight into play? Cool. It doesn't have... No, we're good. So we are going to sacrifice the old Cauldron Familiar, because that is basically our entire win condition. Let's drop 2 more Paradise Druid. Interesting. So we're just going to kind of sit back and wait. We've got a big enough creature to kind of hold off on things. It really starts... This deck really starts turning when you get a second Witch's Oven down. Curious to see where he goes with this. I don't understand that at all. Sure. So we'll start here. We'll go here, and I'll let you have that 4 to go through. Embercleave on... Oh, does he recognize what he just did? Sure. And watch this, my friend. Oh, I broke your toy. That's one of the other fun things you get to pull off with whenever you use... Because it does not only just kill Thrashing Brontodon. I'm sorry, I'm stuck in the thought. It doesn't just kill Thrashing Brontodon. It kills artifacts too. There we go. Let's go ahead and destroy that. And say we're done. Oh, now he's got a swamp. Now Knights of Bound Legion kind of becomes an issue. That's okay, because we'll just keep feeding the Cauldron Familiar to it. And now he's thinking. Sure. What I need is my breadcrumbs. Sure. I don't care how big that thing gets. It doesn't matter. Because the cat's going to keep doing it. Sacrifice the cat. Yes, this is going to keep happening over and over and over again. Sacrifice the food. Here we go. I might as well start hitting him with some of the Paradise Druids. At least start ticking him down a little. And then I'll take the 1. I think he really thought he had something with Embercleave there. And I think that Thrashing Brontodon... Rotting Regisaur. Now there's an interesting pick. No, I don't really need the land. No attacks? We'll hold off. Let that Rotting Reggie take that card out of your hand. I've never seen anyone put Rotting Regisaur in the Knights deck. That's an interesting choice. I mean, because it has all the builds for a Knights deck. I'm not sure what he was going for here. So Rotting Regisaur is going to continuously slam into a cat. And... We'll make sure we block there. No, because he's got enough mana to pump it up. I don't feel like feeding him my Murderous Rider. Yeah, I don't want to take the damage either. So he can pump it up. It's no good if he does. We shall sacrifice the kitty cat. That's going to constantly block his... See, I don't know that I would have cast it. Because, like, literally, that Rotting Regisaur is just going to keep slamming into that cat from now on into infinitum. And it's just going to draw in all the cards out of his hands. I don't know that I would have cast that at all. So now he's going to drop 2 cards. 2 cards a turn. With Rotting Regisaurs. Don't get me wrong, it's a little scary. I'm not gonna lie. Nope, we'll just hold. Both those cards in your hand, off they go. So what did he give up? Give up Drill Bit, he gave up Spawn of Mayhem. Oh, this is not a Knights deck. He just used a couple of Knights. Then why run Tournament Grunts? I don't get that. Because otherwise that's basically a dead card in your hand. Yeah, I was going to say, you need to get your money's worth with the Rotting Regisaurs at this point. So we'll block that. I don't need the mana, not really. And then he can still give it 3/3, making it 5/6. I don't have enough to kill it. So, I think I'm just going to take it. Yep. I need that food token mechanic. I'm not getting any of the cards that I need to actually get this thing really churning. I would like to get one of those Rotting Regisaurs off the board, though. It is starting to cost me a little bit of a penny that I'd prefer not to have to take. And sure, just more creatures to feed to it, I suppose, is a possibility. Going with a 2/3. Gain some life at least. He has no cards. That's okay. This is going to be close. This is going to be close. I could really do with another Witch's Oven. Yeah, I can't keep taking that damage. He's still going to spend it to crack it up to kill the Thrashing Brontodon. Yeah, I am in a bit of trouble. Because those 2 Rotting Regisaurs are really going to start becoming a problem. So anything but land would be great right now. Gutter Bones. It's a cool deck. Okay. So I've got a distinct feeling that this is going to go a lot slower. And I am not getting what I need out of this. This started off really strong, but those 2 Rotting Regisaurs are really difficult to handle when I'm not getting any of the... Like, another Murderous Rider would be amazing right now. Or any other creature, actually. Like, any other creature other than my mana rampers. Interesting. So where do we go from here? Well, I think that's a given. I think we are really in a pinch here. Let's go ahead and kill that. Gain some life off of it. Yes, yes, yes. I recognize you're going to pump that up. I gotcha. Try to gain my life before I take my damage here. Yep. Gain life from the lifelink there. Still not dead. Oh my goodness, nothing but land. I'm gonna have to call a good game on this one because he's definitely got me. There's nothing I can do. We got very flooded towards the end there. It's a shame. All right, we shall concede on that one. He's definitely got us super close. Like, we started getting all the good stuff, but when it came down to the late game stuff, we just weren't getting any cards. Don't understand what happened there. All our low end stuff, none of the top end. Let's try again. Like, yeah, we've got 4 copies of, Casualties of War. That would have been awesome. Nope, didn't see that. 4 copies of Murderous Rider. That would have been nice to see more than one. Look at that. Look at that. All the things I said I wanted in my previous game. I don't like the 2 tap manas going in, so we're going to go ahead and mulligan that one. And 4 mana Massacre Girl. Okay, I think we're... I hate going down to 5. I despise the idea of going down to 5, but I don't think I have any other choice but to keep this. I have 4 mana, which is close enough to getting Massacre Girl. It just depends on how badly I'm going to get beaten on the opening. Yeah, let's try it. It's a fun game. Let's see what happens. Such a weird mana curve. There we go. Took some time. I think we're gonna drop Casualties of War. Witch's Oven. I'm okay with that. Plains. Flower. Ooh, Selesnya. Maybe Selesnya Adventures, perhaps. We shall see. It looks like where we're going. So let's go ahead and do the old Trail of Breadcrumbs first. Healer's Hawk. Ooh, this has got to be... Oh, Thrashing Brontodon. We make him think about it at least. Well, we are 1 mana away from massacring the whole board, which should be funny. So if this is the deck that I think it is, this is really based along tokens and a lot of small creatures. And she is going to clean up whenever she does that. Because look at all these 1/1s that die in the opening exchange. Where there's the other mana we were looking for. No, we'll hold off. Because I think I might sacrifice a food token here if he decides not to do anything, just to get the trigger. Ooh, Cauldron Familiar, absolutely. We're going to do that after Massacre Girl, of course. Come on, get them all out. Yep, here we go. Here we go. And watch the brutality start as Massacre Girl comes down. There go those. Resolve all of that, please. Resolve all of that. Resolve all of that. And there goes your board state. That's what I love about that card. And now he's like, oh, goody. I've got a Hunted Witness. So we'll do Castle Locthwain. We will definitely go with the old Cauldron Familiar. We will smack him in the face with Massacre Girl. And on his turn, do all of the Cauldron Familiar stuff, drawing cards fun. It'll be fun. Conclave Tribunal on. On. No, you can't have that. And we shall sacrifice a food token, gain some life. Auto pay that. For another Cauldron Familiar, absolutely. He sees where this is going. He goes, no, no good sir. Yeah, so that's really the combo, is getting the Trail of Crumbs in there as well is really helping for the card draw advantage on that one. So that's better. That's what that deck's supposed to do. Alright, we'll get one final game, a third game on this one. I'm going to try to get as many videos, because I'm genuinely thinking of taking the last 2 weeks of the year off from recording videos. Just because with the holidays, you know, New Year's, Christmas, all that fun stuff, it's just going to be painful overall to try to get all of that in all at the same time. Let's Shaka-land this one. And go Witch's Oven. And again, I always go Witch's Oven first before the cat, because if they happen to have a method of killing the cat before, you lose it and then you don't get the Witch's Oven it. Which never makes sense to me why people don't do it that way. He's already thinking, I'm going to kill that. He's thinking of methods already. So we've got all the ramp in the world now. Now we just need something to put it into. He's thinking about something. He's like, oh, I see where this is going. Handsome Panther. I didn't even take note of the name. Cool, cool name. Dremir colors. That's respectable. So we need a method of dealing with that. Because I do not like the idea of him casting my creatures. Nope. So, if I were so inclined, I can hold back from Thief of Sanity from him being able to hit me at least for a turn. Okay. So yeah, I am going to go ahead and sacrifice the Gilded Goose just so I don't have to eat that. He's going to end up taking damage next turn. I don't understand why he's going to do it. Since I'm going to lose it anyway, we shall sacrifice it. Build up a nice little stockpile for our Cauldron Familiar. Kefnet. Oh. Oh. Okay, we are in some problems because we are not getting any help here. Any help at all. Yeah, no, we are in some trouble here. Again, we're seeing all of the low end and none of the high end. The fact that Kefnet's 4 mana is ridiculous, by the way. I'm just throwing that out there. It is a god, but my goodness. Yeah, so now we're going to start eating some of our own cards, and I'm not sure how I feel about that. Come on. Come on. They're all in the air. There's nothing I can do. Not quite sure what the debate is over. Yep, no, I'm just going to end up taking that. And then he gets to pull one of my cards, and this is where the no fun starts. What did he pull? What did he pull? So he left. Interesting. He let Midnight Reaper go to keep whatever he has there? He's got the mana to cast it, so I assume it's a creature or something fun. Probably Casualties of War. Watch, he's got Casualties of War. I'll guarantee that's what happened. Man, this guy's taking every trigger he can to go through this. No, no more mana. We're good with mana. Thank you. Let's go another Thrashing Brontodon. I mean, we're going to put some hurt on him here. So we're looking at 3, 5, 6 damage going through. Okay. Is that the whole purpose behind this? Is he's actually trying to mill me out? Oh, Massacre Girl would have been amazing. Wouldn't have helped with Kefnet, but it would have gotten the Thief of Sanity out of the way. Again, what is he waiting on? What is he thinking? Okay. Now I need is another Witch's Cauldron. Or Witch's Oven. That'd be awesome. Handsome Panther, man, are you taking your time? How hard is this? Two, 4, 5 a turn. If he swings in, sure. I'll probably pop a couple of these. I really wish I had my breadcrumbs. My Trail of Crumbs at this point. Handsome Panther. My goodness, how long does it take? Ah, there lost the Trail of Crumbs I was hoping for. That's a shame. At least we got some card draw going. We do need to be a little concerned about the health, so we'll probably pop a couple of these just to stay in the game here at this juncture. There we go. Alright, so we know he's going to counter this. I have a sneaking suspicion that he's going to counter this. So we're going to destroy target creature, destroy target land. So we're going to go creature and land. Watch him counter. Because if he doesn't have the counter, I don't have to worry about Thief of Sanity anymore, which would be nice. Sinister Sabotage. Sinister Sabotage, bet you. I'm betting it. Brineborn Cutthroat? What deck is this? It's like a best of list in Dimir colors. And I shall swing in. My suspicion is you're not going to kill your Cutthroat. Okay. Okay. This is genuinely like a best of list, I swear. So, Kefnet's an issue. We're now just playing on the defensive now at this juncture, so we'll see how this goes. He's only got 2 cards left. He's got 2 of our own cards. Didn't have a counter. So unless he drew a counter here and maybe we pull something off the top here. I'm trying to think of what we could pull in here. Murderous Rider would be nice. Another Casualty of War would be amazing. Oh, so you're just going to go ahead and Tyrant Scorn. Cool. What are you going to Tyrant Scorn? The cat? Paradise Druid's... Okay. So, the cat. Sure. That is a waste of a spell. If you're going to do that, you do it on your turn. Yeah, he figured that one out. He's like, oh, that's not really a good idea. Sure. Yeah, we need to deal with that. Because unfortunately, this is too slow. Especially when a 4/5 flyer is punching you in the face each turn. So answers would be nice. That's sort of an answer. It helps us draw cards. What is he doing? Legitimately, you have Tyrant Scorn in your hand. You're not going to kill any of the creatures there because it's a waste of a spell. And the other 2 have hexproof. You have 1 other card in your hand. What are you holding me up on from drawing a card? I don't get it. Weird. Like, why waste the spell? And I get another kitty anyway. Another kitty is nice. Having 2... Having 2 Witch's Ovens would be better. Alright, so what's the deal here? What do we have? I mean, he's been holding on to 2 of my cards for a significant amount of time. So either he can't use them and he's just holding them to keep them from me, or he's got some sort of gigantic, epic, major plan with them. I am going to have to start sacrificing some of the food tokens, though, to start maintaining life. I was going to say, why would you want to do that? You actually want to not do that, because otherwise we were going to be in we're not going to be able to handle the next attack. Golden Goose. Woohoo, I can actually stop 1 of the attacks from Kefnet. That's cool. So let's go and attack. Because now I'm going to keep my blocker. I'm okay. I was expecting to lose it anyway. I don't really need the mana anymore. I get none of the removal that I need. None of that is coming up. And we'll end turn. We can pop 1, 2 food tokens. We'll wait until he swings. We'll wait until he swings and he thinks he's got this. Because I can pop 2 food tokens and gain 6 life, which basically negates both of those. It's going to be close. It's going to be tight. Another Witch's Oven would be gigantic. Just getting rid of Kefnet for a turn would be also very nice. Granted, he's only gone for 3 turns and he's just going to come back, but what more is there to look at, my friend? See, I told you he's going to have Casualties of War. I knew it. So if you're going to do that, I'm going to draw that and lose all of that and lose game because I forgot that it cost more mana to do that than it did. And now he can beat me. Good, because this game was taking long and it was getting boring anyway. So, good game, good sir. I told you he was holding on to Casualties of War. I knew that was what was happening there. In any case, so I do hope you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe. Let me know in the comment down below how you would run this one low deck. I feel like all of the top end stuff, and I want to go back and look at that. I feel like there's stuff on the top end that, for whatever reason, in all 3 games that we played, even the one that we won, we just didn't see. So let's go back to that for a second. Let's take a look at that deck. Seeing the other decks in the later in the week. Only saw Massacre Girl once. Only saw that really once. Like, Murderous Rider didn't see. Midnight Reaper never saw. It's weird. I feel like we saw the same 4 cards the entire time. Well, not complaining. Just weird randomness of how things got shuffled up. So, anyway, like, subscribe. Always helps out the channel. Let me know in the comments down below how you would do your Golgari Food deck. I think this one needs a little bit of work, and I wouldn't mind some advice on it. So, until next time, guys, we shall see you in the arena. This video was brought to you in no small part by our patrons. If you would like to help out the channel, go to www.patreon.com/oldguygamingmtga, and thank you for your support.